Yay Media Group.
I was waiting till the end of January. And then sometimes I feel like if you really let yourself go, not meaning let yourself go, your body and stuff. I work out every day, but like have that beard, be rugged, get a haircut. Then when February comes, I get a haircut, maybe put on a little tanning lotion. Then I'm like, what's up? And I walk in the room and then you're like attracted to me again.
Hey guys, episode 107. A lot going on today. We're recording on, it's a Monday, it's Inauguration Day, Martin Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
Our kids don't have school. I feel like we say that every recording that the kids are out of school. This whole month, they've had 4-day weeks.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them. It's actually, I hate talking about the weather, but we have to because it's really cold here, below zero. It's 3 degrees right now.
Yeah, and I think last night was negative.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It was in the negatives.
And it's hard because we have 3 levels on our house. And I think we're still trying to figure this out. But I think we have 2 different furnaces, right? Or is that air conditioning?
We have 2 furnaces. 2 furnaces and 2 air conditioning
units.
Units.
I don't know how that works.
Anyways,
it being so cold, it's hard to heat up the whole house. And we filmed this downstairs, which usually it's pretty cold down here.
It feels like outside right now.
Yeah. And I worked out this morning, and you guys know I have a sauna that I love and I use every day. I don't know what happened.
Is it not working?
It worked. So it popped I was in it the other day, and all of a sudden I heard this pop, and I went outside and the circuit blew. Not blew, you know what I mean? I had to restart it. So I did it again. And it was so cold, I couldn't even get the lock off like the box.
Yeah.
Like my fingers were freezing after just like 2 minutes. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's how cold it is here. And so I flipped the switch. I went back in there, it popped again. I went back out, flipped the switch, and I just left it because I didn't want to keep messing with it. So later on in the day, I popped it on and it worked. So today I did my workout. I did start it a little late because you have to warm it up a little bit. But I did kind of the normal process, and it's not getting hot like it used to. It only got up to like the 90. And if you ever use an infrared sauna, it only gets up to like 130, but it heats different than a regular sauna. But so I hope nothing like blew. I'm hoping it's just a cold, why it's not heating up like that.
Cold.
So
I think it's weird in houses. Well, I mean, what do I know? But in North Carolina, our outlets were in the house. They weren't outside, like your circuit breakers. Yeah. I think it's weird in Colorado that they're on the outside of your house.
Well, we have some inside down here, and then the rest are, outside.
Yeah, but why? Do you even know why they put them outside?
I have no idea.
I always wondered that because I'm like, if you don't have a lock on that, what if somebody just wanted to mess with you and started like turning all your switches off?
They can. That's how like burglars get in your house. That's why you have to put a lock on there, because they could just shut off all your power, which is your cameras and things too. Sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about
and
that.
And then they go in there and you can't turn the lights on or anything. That's kind of like a movie scenario.
I know.
I've never seen that like in real life.
I mean, but it could happen.
I still put a lock on those lock boxes.
Of course.
Yeah, if I'm always like I know nothing is 100% safe, but it's just one more hoop for someone to jump through that deters them, you know?
Right. And so our next door neighbor, it was his birthday last night, and we're doing Dry January. So we really haven't seen any of our friends in almost a month, and they're going crazy. Everybody's texting, like joking around texting with me, like, you're lame. What are you doing? And I saw my friend Lisa at a birthday party yesterday. And that's like the only time I would see her, as if, because I haven't just been hanging out, but it was our next door neighbor, Mark's birthday, and they all went out for his birthday. And it was Lawson and Leighton both had our phones, and Lawson comes in our room. It's like 10:45, and it was Mark and his wife and our Lisa and her husband, and they were dancing in front of our ring, and it was freezing out, and Mark and Justin took their shirts off.
It was below zero, yeah.
Yeah, and they took their shirts off and were dancing in the ring, and Lawson thought it was the funniest thing, and I was like, do not open that door. I was like, they'll all storm in, and then we'll be up till like 2 a.m., but I just love them.
Yeah, I do feel bad. I didn't see that they were partying. I know that they went out.
They're going to think we lied.
I know. It's a total truth.
Yo,
I did not have my phone.
Leighton had Jeff's phone. Lawson had my phone. And Jeff and I were watching a murder documentary in our room, and we were not paying attention
No, I
at
was
all.
watching the end of that football game.
And sewing your little
and I
tarp.
was sewing my I built these bushes a couple years ago outside, like kind of like a
bush wall.
Yeah, bush. There's a better name for that, though. What am I trying to think of? Hey, basically, it is a bush wall because we're against the street.
That's what it is.
So I built a bush wall. It's like huge, but over the years it gets weathered because I put on like the fake leaves on there. So it's just a block, like give a little privacy on our patio. That's what I was thinking of, like a privacy thing. Anyways, I got this tarp to cover it over the winter time so the snow isn't like ripping the fake leaves off of there. So that's what I was doing yesterday. This is a great story. I'm sure everyone's but I was sewing this stupid thing together by hand that I had to cut out and measure and do all this stuff. So that's what I was doing while I was watching a football game and late on my phone. I didn't even know that they text me. And then Mark like never calls. He's very responsible. He's like, hey buddy, you want a drink? I'm like, I'm okay. And he's like, all right, see you tomorrow, whatever. He called me and left me a bunch of text messages. I saw this morning. So I feel terrible. It was his birthday and I'm a bad friend. So I'll make it up to him in 2 weeks. I'll be back in the game. But right now it's just so cold and I don't feel like I just want to get through this month. Not like it's a disaster or anything. I just want to get through this month sober, get my life back on track and
we've been
forward.
So productive. Mark's wife gave me the home edit book that her sister had bought her. And I have been like home edit around this house. I've gone through, I'm pretty sure almost every single drawer in my house and have reorganized it and cleaned it out. We have so much trash for the trash guy because just throwing away everything. Yesterday, I was up in my closet throwing away things that I have saved. I had my pay stubs from when I worked at the hair salon in Santa Monica. I had every single pay stub, every single deposit, I saved every single receipt and I had it in a folder. I had my book. I had this book because I didn't do online banking. I know I'm like a dinosaur. I still write checks, but I had this book of every single expense that that I had, and I wrote it all down like old school. In my book. And I found the book and I was like going through everything. I was like, wow, this is so interesting. I found like our lease from the apartment in Santa Monica. I saved everything, every single receipt with Lawson when I was pregnant at the doctor's office, every single bill. I just shredded all of it. It kind of made me sad because I was like, oh, this reminds me of walking to my doctor's office and paying because every single time I would go to a doctor's visit, it was like $200. And I was like, how is this $200? I was in there for like 15 minutes, when they go
to talk to him.
Just to talk.
Yeah.
And back then you paid a lot for us to have like good health insurance then too. But anyways, and I saved when I had my postpartum depression, because that was my first time ever taking an antidepressant. I could be wrong, but I want to say that was my first time. Wasn't it?
I think so.
Because I never took
you were nervous
medicine.
about it.
Yeah, because I never took medicine before. I saved that RX thing of like the what I was taking, the dosage, all that stuff, and it had my doctor's name on it. So I was like, I need to part ways. I listened to this stuff about like things in your past, and I was like, I need to part ways with all of that. All Leighton's receipts, all Leighton's medical bills from when I had him. I don't know why I saved it all, but if anything ever came back,
no,
I'm just saying if anything ever came back, if there were questions on taxes, if like my old job, anything, I had proof of every single thing. And I was like, I need to part ways with it. I filled up 2 bags of just shredding those papers, all those document taxes.
It's January and everybody knows how much we do love the holidays. And sadly, it's over. But that eating and drinking and being merry it takes a toll on you. And that's why we do dry January.
Yes, we got to drop I gained like 7 pounds in December, and I got to drop the 7 pounds that I gained. And you and I are about to start our Pro Lawn next week. We're going to finish the month of January right, and we're going to do a 5-day cleanse with Pro Lawn.
Absolutely. And that's something that I want to do once a year. It's one of my New Year's goals is to do a fasting of some sort. And Prolon is a great place to start if you've never fasted before.
Prolon's fasting mimicking diet is revolutionary, plant-based nutrition program that nourishes the body while making cells believe they're fasting.
So here's how it works. It all starts with their 5-day program. You get snacks, soups, and beverages designed to keep your body in a fasting state. No guesswork or planning required, which is a relief after a busy holiday. I've tried fasting in the past, just nothing but water. And after 2 days, I couldn't take it anymore. So if you're scared of fasting, again, Prolon is the best place to start.
Yeah, because you can choose like what type of soup you want. You get like these snacks. It's all organized for you, and it already sets you up for success. So whenever you do your cleanse, you're going to complete it, and you're going to feel good too.
Yeah, and this isn't a gimmick. This is something I try to do every year. And Prolon, again, is a great place to start if you are a beginner. We're going to give you our honest testimony after we complete it this year. So stick around for that. But you should join us on this Prolon journey.
This new year, Prolon is offering TogetherMess listeners 15% off their 5-day nutrition program for your post-holiday glow up when you go to prolonlife.com/TogetherMess.
That's PROLON life.com/TogetherMess for 15% off. Join us on this journey. That's prolonlife.com/TogetherMess. I don't know why I'm kind of associating like my surroundings, and I think everyone does this to some extent, or maybe they don't, but my surroundings with like my mind. So if I get rid of some of the clutter that's around me that I see every day, like in my office, I cleaned it out, rearranged it, did some painting in there, finished little projects that were on my mind that I think of here and there. But just to get those things off my mind, cross them off my list. And I literally made a list of like stupid little things that I just wanted to cross off. So my mind kind of could go somewhere else instead of the same dumb things like repaint that door or shred all your old stuff, just to clutter around. So while we're doing the dry January and it's so cold outside,
I feel like we're setting ourselves up for success for the year.
Yeah, I think so
because
too.
when February comes, it's like, I'm not going to have any people do spring cleaning. I mean, I know February's not spring, but people do their spring cleaning and stuff. I feel like I got way ahead and I got rid of clothes. I'm about to reorganize my closet. Just getting rid of old things that I held on to for whatever reason. I was like, I need to let go of all this stuff that was the past and keep moving forward.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel good. Even clothes remind you of certain things in the past. I have this sweatshirt I can't even wear. It's just ripped with holes and everything. But it reminds me of a time in the past when I was like going through a hard time, and I always put on that sweatshirt. And I was like, I need to let go and throw that sweatshirt away. And I need to like get rid of these things. And then when we start off in February, we're going to be so organized. We're going to have nothing to do. So we can hang out with our friends.
I'm sure we'll find something to do. But I feel bad for the kids too, because we're I feel like locked in a little bit. It's even too cold to go outside and play. But it'll warm up later.
But they have each other.
Yeah.
What I feel bad is I've been letting them play games too much. And do you ever feel like whenever you have this 4-day break, it's almost, we've probably mentioned this before, but you almost feel like you have to book somewhere to go, because I'm like, well, everybody else is gone. Like we need to do something with our kids, and you almost feel guilty. Do you ever feel that way or no?
I don't feel, I don't really feel outside pressure. I feel like the pressure I put on myself is way more than I could even handle. And outside pressure of keeping up with the Joneses and things like that.
Not keeping up with the Joneses.
Don't care.
It's more so me. I always feel I put so much, and that's probably why I get so stressed out and anxiety. I put so much pressure on myself. I'm like, am I doing the wrong thing? Like me cleaning out my closet. I'm like, I've spent so much time in my closet organizing this, and I feel guilty that I didn't take my kids somewhere because I didn't entertain them.
I sewed a tarp for 4 hours yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
So yeah, I feel guilty about not taking my kids outside. That's not like a pressure, but I don't feel like, oh, we had a 4-day weekend, so we should be somewhere exotic. No, I don't feel that.
No, I didn't mean exotic. I'm talking about like somewhere small, like Great Wolf Lodge or just somewhere taking them so they can have fun. Because then I feel bad because I'm like, I've just been cleaning and doing stuff and they've just been playing video games while I'm getting this done. I don't know. It's like whenever you wish you had like family near or grandparents near, because while you're doing things like this that take a long time, that you could be like, hey, do you guys want to take the kids for a little bit? And it's exciting for them because they get to be with their grandparents, and the grandparents normally have something fun planned. That's like when I always get like, it would be fun.
So put the pressure on your parents, and so you don't have to worry about it.
No, I'm just saying, like, just hey, come pick up the kids. I'm doing this all day, so they are having fun. I don't know. I get in my head. We're going to do some deer crabbies. We were supposed to do deer crabbies on the last episode, but Jeff got fired up with vengeance.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened there. I was just kind of built up anger and just a lot on my mind. But I'm hopefully I'm past that. I'm focused on the future, like we were just talking about in the last segment, cleaning up my life, the clutter around me, cleaning up my mind a little bit, and working, just pushing forward. I'm working on different things. The time will come when it's supposed to happen. And what are you grinning at?
Nothing. I'm just laughing at you.
Why?
Nothing. I'm not laughing at you, like making fun of you. I'm just smiling at you. Can I not smile at you?
While you drink out of your Sonic cup with your In-N-Out Burger socks?
These are great socks. My friend Scotty bought us these for Christmas, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
And actually, that was a good present because the kids wore through them till there was holes in them. And you took my pair.
Well, you never wore them. So I wear them at night. They're so comfortable.
I know a lot of people listen to the podcast, but now we're on Spotify where you could watch the podcast and you could see how ridiculous Jordan looks for yourself.
Yes.
No, it's cold, so you look cozy.
This is what, okay, now listen, I don't walk around like this. I can't because I feel like my legs are too big. I feel like when you have long, thin legs, you can't pull it off. But I'm just doing it now because I don't care and I'm around you.
We're over our appearance with each other.
Yeah. Oh, we've been over that.
Yeah, I know.
It'll be like someone walks in and Trip's like, why are we so comfortable? We're just having a conversation and one of us is sitting on the toilet. And I'm like, that's just Mary.
Dude, Jordan the other day, oh my God. She's like, all right, you need to take care of yourself. You need go get yourself a haircut. Because I didn't shave for a while. My hair I haven't cut in a while.
And then he had that vengeance thing. And you just look like beat down and sad. And I was after I go, he's been cutting his own hair because he doesn't want to spend $60. I go, you can afford a $60 haircut. Go get your haircut. Go fix yourself up and do something.
Dang, she like gave it to me straight. So I shaved now. I took the beard off.
No, I love the scruff.
You shamed me. And now I'm trying to like do my hair, until I did book an appointment, but it's not till the 28th. So I gotta wait. I mean, and then I was like, damn.
I'm keeping you in line.
I did extra like push-ups.
You told me my face looks like because I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
No, I think you're allergic like to your mascara or something. I didn't say your face. I said your eyes look like you're allergic to something.
I know. I do. I look like I've been, like I just woke up. That's what my eyes look like.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
But I didn't tell you to go get your hair cut and take care of yourself.
I'm keeping you in track. I'm keeping you on like in line so you don't, I don't know, look like wilderness man.
No,
and like you were just like sad and like just you're wearing it on your face. I go, stop. I go, your hair's thinning. And I was like, go get a haircut. And that makes you feel good.
Dude. Okay, that's
and
another
I told him
thing.
to book a trip.
Yeah, my hair. I've never had problem with my hair my whole life. I thought I'd have
it's
hair.
Stress.
And it's like kind of thinning out.
I noticed it. I know.
Dang.
But I'm being honest.
What's up with that? Does that come back? Like if you're stressed, does your hair come back? I don't know.
You take so many supplements. I don't know why. Well, you've been taking Armra. I had the Armra.
What does that mean? So I don't take a lot of supplements.
Colostrum. You take like AG1
Yeah.
and then you've been taking Armra. That's
Oh,
good for your hair.
That's because, yeah, you did an ad with them. So
Yeah.
I just started putting those
I
in my
like
drinks.
Armra. This isn't an ad, by the way, but
No.
I'm just saying.
But
it
dude,
should
Jordan's
help.
like, you're going bald. Go get a haircut. Clean yourself up. I was waiting till the end of January. And then sometimes I feel like if you really let yourself go, not meaning let yourself go, your body and stuff. I work out every day, but like have that beard, be rugged, get a haircut. Then when February comes, I get a haircut, maybe put on a little tanning lotion. Then I'm like, what's up? And I walk in the room and then you're like attracted to me again.
I know. I like you, Scruff. I think you look, I think, hotter when you're scruffy.
I'm not down. I think other guys look good with scruff. When I look at myself, I really just I just have this feeling that it looks like I'm giving up on myself.
I just told you,
Do you know
I
what I
was
mean?
at the birthday party and one of the moms was saying that you look hot with the scruff.
I know, but it doesn't help me. So if you haven't noticed, it's winter. And if you listen to the podcast, Jordan loves to talk about the weather.
I do.
But these days, obviously, the days are getting shorter. It's cold. And more than ever, I need a little treat, right? We're doing dry January right now. But in February, I want to get back to my routine, my Saturday night dinners. And I like a good wine with my meal.
You always have steak, your Jardiniere, and red wine.
Hey, it doesn't get better than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why not take that restaurant experience that you're used to going out in your teenage years, your early 20s or 30s, and bring it home and have it with your family?
Firstleaf is a wine club that delivers your favorite type of wines right to your door because there's really no better treat than a glass of wine when you've had a stressful day or you have a good meal, like Jeff said.
So in every shipment, you get to unbox a new selection of bottles you're guaranteed to love. I just went through this process. I enjoyed things like this that kind of figure out your tastes. It asks you if you like coffee or grapes or mushrooms, all different types of things, because I'm stuck on Malbec. But when you go through Firstleaf and tell them about your preferences, they give you different selections. So you might not even know you like something until you go through this process that Firstleaf puts you through. The 6 bottles of wine I got, only one of them was Malbec, and the other 5 I'm waiting to try.
Oh, okay. Judging by what your preferences.
My preferences were, and it's super easy once you get on their website.
One of our favorite parts about Firstleaf subscription is how easy it is to control your delivery schedule. You get to choose when your wine ships, so you always have bottles on hand for hosting friends and holiday gatherings.
Right. You could choose 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever you want, how often you want. Plus, if I get a bottle that I don't absolutely love, it's not a problem because Firstleaf has a 100% satisfaction guarantee and you could send it back. You love that?
I love it. So go ahead and treat yourself with wines from Firstleaf. Go to tryfirstleaf.com/togethermess to sign up and you will get your first 6 handpicked bottles for just $44.95. That's a great deal. That's Try Firstleaf, tryfirstleaf.com/togethermess. Try firstleaf.com/togethermess.
I feel like when I don't shave, it depresses me because I'm like, I don't have a reason to shave. It's not like I'm one of those good looking guys that wear a beard and I'm tall, and be like,
Burton.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and I got like a imaginary cigarette hanging from my mouth.
Burton's Jeff's friend.
Well, you'd think of like the Marlboro Man, but Burton, yeah, he was on Survivor a long time ago. He helped produce a bunch of stuff I was on, but he's a great guy. But he's that typical, has a beard, very handsome guy. Yeah, if he put on a cowboy hat, he'd look cool. I feel like if I put on a cowboy hat, I'm like at one of those black and white photos that you do with your family that you dress up with, I'm at the coal mine or whatever. I just feel like I look like an idiot if I wear a cowboy hat or I have a beard. Like I said, it looks like I have nothing to shave for and I'm just letting myself go.
I feel like that when I don't have my hair colored. Like when my hair starts getting really brown because it looks greasy and flat. And then when it's blonde, it looks like I have more volume than I actually do. And it makes you feel good when you go get a haircut.
Yeah. So, I shaved. The haircut's coming.
I'll spray tan with you. I'm with you on the tanning.
I
So
gotta do
what is
something.
it about tanning?
I don't know.
I was getting my hair done. This was actually
Because it
funny.
makes your skin look better. I don't know.
You
Just
look
all
glowy.
together better. Yeah.
So the guy that does my hair color, we were talking about that, and he goes, never did spray tans, and one of his friends got him into doing like tanning. And so he's like, I can't go back. Now I feel ugly when I'm not spray tanned. And so he goes weekly and gets spray tans. And I was like, you know what? I think I should do that too, because we were talking about it being cold and, you're just pale. And I mean, never try on bathing suits when you're pale. Actually, Target was bringing out their bathing suits yesterday. I go, already? And I saw this one and I was like, oh, that's so cute. And I go, oh no, I'm not even going to try that.
No, I can't even put on shorts.
Oh,
Like
because
in
your
the-
legs,
Yeah.
your toes look ugly.
You
'cause
look
they're
so weird.
wide.
It doesn't, you don't look weird. We're very obsessing
we're
on
hard.
that.
Yeah.
But it's when you're wearing pants for months, then you put on shorts. It's just weird.
It's
even
just-
though I wear like shorts to bed, it's not the same when you put on those shorts that you wear out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's just like when you're tan, everything looks good.
Yeah.
Like you wear less makeup.
You
Your
look
hair
like you're more in
doesn't-
shape.
Yeah.
Like maybe you care about yourself more.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to do that. Well, we got the girl in our neighborhood now. She gets a
Nicole.
neighborhood discount.
Nicole does the
Maybe
best
we need to-
job.
she's got like a little. It's very cool.
it's
She
very
set up her
cute.
basement like a little, like you're actually at a salon for that. You know, she has the neon sign, like the whole industrial air thing going on.
She does, I think, everyone in our neighborhood.
Yeah, maybe we
and
need to pop
even
over there.
Our city. Let's do it.
And feel good about ourselves, even though we're not being social with anybody.
And then we'll walk in February 1st. We'll tell everybody we look at us. We've been somewhere. We'll
Yeah.
pretend like we went on vacation somewhere, and we'll go get margaritas. The last half, we were supposed to do Dear Crabbies. We're doing Dear Crabbies right now. We always get on a tangent
We
and then
just start
just
picking on each other and then it's over. But yeah, let's do these because this is the first time we're doing them in the new year. Again, thank you so much for writing those in.
I
We
think
love
we
it.
did these already in the new year. I think we did a couple.
All right, well, eliminate what I say because I'm a loser and I look like shit.
I did not say you look bad. I was helping you. I was like keeping you on track.
Well,
and
that's why
making
I
you-
dressed up today
If
a little bit. I
look
put a
bad,
sweater on.
You tell me, and I don't take
Your
offense.
outfit's not great right now.
Okay, and that's fine. We're doing a podcast, and I'm freezing right now. And I really want a blanket over
Yeah, what'd
me.
you do with that blanket? Why
Yeah,
don't
I
you
just
just wear
thought
the
it looked
blanket?
like, I thought it just looked, ugh.
You think? How do you feel about the socks with those shoes?
I'd rather show my In-N-Out Burger socks. Go get some, guys. They're comfy. Okay, this is from Lily. Hey, Jeff and Jordan, love you both in your love story. I was curious if in the beginning stages of your relationship, was there anything you were nervous to tell each other? Any questions you were scared to ask? Thank you.
You know what the cool thing? Well, not. It is cool about like how me and Jordan developed our relationship was we weren't trying for that, right? We were in this super awkward situation in the Big Brother house, which you had no other forms of communication except the 15 people that were there.
Just talk.
Yeah,
That's all
you
we
just
did.
talk.
So we really got to know.
And it's
each
not like
other.
we were like dating and then you get that uncomfortable. We did things kind of backwards.
Yeah.
We were friends and then we kind of fell in love. But all that like weird going to the bathroom stuff, that was like it's so weird because it's so untraditional and just the whole Big Brother situation. But all that like bathroom stuff and all that, we got it out of the way. And that 3 months we spent in the Big Brother house was like, it felt like we were together for like 2 years.
Yeah. And I think the only thing for me was I was like the age thing. And I was like, he has so much more experience than me, probably relationship wise. And so after I kind of held back a little bit when we got off Big Brother because I did not want to get my feelings hurt. And I didn't want to, I knew I liked him, but I didn't want to really let myself like Jeff if it wasn't going anywhere. And I was like, let me just wait and see, because I was like, I don't know if when he left Big Brother, if he had somebody or if there was something, but he didn't want to tell me because then we didn't know we were going to meet and like each other, you
Right.
know? And so I kind of was a little bit hesitant and kind of just let it fall into place. I didn't push it. I felt like you didn't either. Because we,
It was
we
in a
had lives before Big Brother. And that's the thing, I feel like when these people on The Bachelor or Big Brother get off, there's so much pressure from people because viewers, they think it's a fairy tale. And it's like, oh, you love each other, whatever. It's like, no, we had lives before we came into this house. I not dated, I don't know, maybe dated somebody before I went into the house, a really nice guy, but it wasn't going anywhere. And then I, obviously left for Big Brother. And then you had somebody that you were talking to before Big Brother. And so we both had those things, but I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't, well, I really like this guy, but then once he gets back to Chicago, he's back in his element with his people, and then he ends up back with that person he was with.
Yeah, we lived in this imaginary world for 3 months. That's really what it was. And then when we got back to the real world, reality, we kind of had to re-establish our relationship.
Because we were so opposite. Like how you are in Chicago, or like how I was in North Carolina.
We still are.
We're completely opposite, but like, I don't know. We were just not on, like, I loved the suburbs at that time. You loved the city. It was just, it just had to work. I mean, it did in the end, it worked, but that's kind of the only thing. Is there anything else I can't think of that I was scared to say? I think we said everything. And I think too, that's why Big Brother has more successful marriages than The Bachelor, because you spend 3 months of just sitting there talking, getting to know somebody. If you're faking who you are, that comes out. And then The Bachelor, you just go on lavish vacations and it's just like a fantasy.
Yeah, it's a different scenario with The Bachelor. We'll get to the next question. But The Bachelor, the Big Brother house, you're living in real time with that person. When you get out, time just picks up, but you're almost in a different dimension.
But yeah,
which is reality. The Bachelor, you film it, then you go home and you're not allowed to talk to that person.
Yeah.
While the whole show is airing. So it's a totally different dynamic, which would kind of be cool, to have some maybe Bachelor people on and talk about just that specific dynamic.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting to me.
I'd have Trista on because she knows from day one.
Let's put a pin in that. So when was the last time you needed to go to the doctor, but you pushed it off and you made the excuse, I'm too busy, or I got this new trend that I saw on TikTok or some other social media experiment that people are putting out these days? Or I can't
find my insurance card. That's me. I'm always like, where did I put my insurance card? Because every time you call, they need it.
And I think we've all been there. Booking a doctor's appointment, it just feels daunting. Even though the people are super friendly that I talk to always in the doctor's office, just making that call is kind of nerve-wracking for me, and I think a lot of people.
Well, because you want to make sure you find the right doctor for you.
Right. And then sometimes you don't want to think that you're getting taken advantage of in any sort of way.
Right. But thanks to ZocDoc, there's no reason to delay. They make it so easy to find and book a doctor who's right for you.
Whether it's your doctor who rushed your appointments or belittled your symptoms or hit you with a surprise bill, you shouldn't have to settle for mediocre care. But now, thanks to ZocDoc, you don't have to. You've got options.
ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment.
And here's what I love. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance and are located nearby and are a good fit for any medical need that you might have.
Once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose a time slot that works for you, and click to instantly book a visit.
And appointments made through ZocDoc also happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. I
And
love that.
same day appointments are so hard to get.
So stop putting off those doctor's appointments like me and go to ZocDoc.com/togetherness. That's MESS to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc, ZocDoc.com/togetherness. ZocDoc.com/togetherness.
Okay, this is from Stacia. Dear Jeff and Jordan, we have a very spirited 3.5-year-old daughter. She is outspoken, strong-headed, strong-willed, and basically thinks she's the boss. We think we are very good parents who are gentle and good at teaching, but discipline when needed. But in typical toddler fashion, she continues to push back, throw fits, and not care what we say a lot of the time. She's just a sweet kid, very smart for her age, but she wants to do the world her way, and we are constantly butting heads, which I hate. My husband and I love our kids, but cannot wait to get out of this stage. Please, any advice? Oh, we've been there.
Who wrote that?
Stacia.
Stacia, listen, your situation is more common than you think, because while she was reading that, she might as well be reading something that she wrote about our son Leighton.
Yes.
Because
yes.
he is the same way, and you are a good parent. And I'll tell you why. Because when you started that whole thing off, you said, we have a very spirited child.
I know. I kind of like laughed
just
to myself.
by that statement means you love your kid so much. But what you wanted to say was, I love my kid, but my kid's fucking out of control. That's what you wanted to say. That spirited summed up everything. So you're doing the right thing. I think you don't know what to expect from your kid. As a parent, we're all going through this at the same pace. You don't know what to do when they're born, let alone to do when they're 5 or 10 or teenager or whatever. I think you're constantly evolving and learning as a parent. And we have a very spirited 6-year-old.
Yes.
He does what he wants. I think both of our kids have a real problem with listening. Like, unless I'm at the top of my lungs on my last nerve, that's when they finally do something. And I'm talking about just picking up a wrapper that's on the floor. Pick it up 10 times. Pick it up. And then finally I lose my cool, and then they pick it up. I'm like, why couldn't you just do that on the first time? So I think we're all learning as parents and trying to figure out our kids. So I think, you're in more company than you think you are.
Yes, I agree. And then I bet when she is at preschool, she's probably so good and listens. And Leighton, when he was a baby, he was the sweetest baby and so easy. And now he's hard. And then Lawson was so difficult as a baby, and now Lawson's easy.
I think they're always constantly pushing. That border of how far they can go.
Uh-huh.
So I think that in their minds, they're just testing that, and then, it's up to us as parents to kind of keep a level head, and deal with the situation, which I'm giving myself advice right now, because I usually don't. I get pissed off pretty quick.
I always tell Jeff, I'm like, if Leighton keeps up like how he is, I go, he's going to be that kid at that party that there's a keg and he just runs his head into the wall and smashes the wall. That's like Leighton. He's such a boy. He just is on his own beat. And just very...
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's sneak in one more here.
Okay.
But you're doing a good job as a parent.
Yes. I can't stand when people try to correct me all the time. I'm like, no, you're not the parent.
And every situation is different. So handle it the way you guys are handling it. But like I said,
your
spirited...
child.
It summed up everything for me.
Okay, this is from Tina. Hi, Jeff and Jordan. My name is Tina, and I am from Coon Rapids, Minnesota. First, you two are my favorite reality couple, and Jeff, you are a very handsome guy.
Oh,
there you go.
Who wrote that?
Tina.
Thank you, Tina. My own wife doesn't compliment me that way.
I compliment you all the time. Be quiet. This 60-year young woman is crushing on you. Jeff, have you thought about going on The Amazing Race with one of your neighbors? What would you do to prep them, and what would you warn them about?
Wow. I would love to do the Amazing Race again, but we had our shot, and I think it's fair that everybody, get as many people as you can to do that. Because the one thing that I get probably the most out of anything, people are kind of hesitant. They're like, "Whoa, I don't know if I would do Big Brother. I would try it, But everyone wants to do the Amazing Race. That I've met. They're like, "What was that like?" Unfortunately, we weren't on that long. But we did. I had a good experience. Jordan didn't really like it. And I've said, like, I kind of hustle my way through life. Like, if it's not working, push harder, try harder. That's kind of like the sports motto of things. So if I went on with my brother or my neighbors who are more athletic than me at this point, my neighbor here, Mark, wrestled in college. He's jacked. Every time he takes his shirt off in the summer, I'm like, you bastard.
I know.
And then Zach too. Zach, he's running his dog. He's all crazy. He's in the Marine, or he's a Green Beret. And so they're both super athletic. So when it comes out to my neighbors doing the Amazing Race with, they'd have to be dragging me. I'd be kind of out of breath. But I think even if me and Jordan did it, not to take away from our relationship, if we did it again, our communication skills are way better than what they were on the Amazing Race. So I feel like we would do a lot better just because we get each other now. That was very early on in a relationship. But as far as that game show goes, not saying two women can't win it or whatever, but I think if you're just two dominant males that push your way through things, there are going to be obstacles where you have to use your mind and things like that. That's why it balances out. But as far as the Amazing Race goes, I feel like you could just push your way through, if you're with a guy couple.
Yeah. Thinking of Mark and Zach, they would win.
They would crush.
They're both super smart.
Yeah. And
they're both super just in shape.
Yeah.
They're like the package.
Not like saying, you can't do it if you're not those things. I just noticed in my particular case that if we would have dropped some of the things we argued with, like going through the barbed wire and stuff in France, if I was with my neighbors or my brothers, we wouldn't have that problem. But we might bump heads in other ways. So
you and Scott would do well because Jeff's brother Scott is super smart.
Yeah.
You're smart too. You downplay it, but your brother he's very smart. Y'all would do really, and y'all are both really physical and good. Y'all would actually do really well.
All right. Well, I had my shot. We had our shot and we didn't do it, but it was a great time nonetheless. All right, let's wrap this up. I'm going to read another quote like I'm going to do at the end of every show. You give me these looks. What's going on?
I'm like, okay.
All right, let me read this quote. Patience, child, patience. Remember, life is a journey. If you got everything you wanted all at once, there'd be no point to living. Enjoy the ride and in the end, you'll see these setbacks as giant leaps forward. Only you couldn't see the bigger picture in the moment. Remain calm. All is within reach. All you have to do is show up every day. Stay true to your path, and you will surely find the treasure you seek. That's by Jackson Kiddard. These are great.
Oh, yeah, those are
good.
They
really motivate me. I've read through a lot of these. I've read through them all, actually, when I work out or...
You've had those a while.
I've had them for a long time. My mom gave me this. And again, these are just in random order. They're all pretty great, but I pulled out the best of them. So...
Your mom always gives you positive quotes.
Yeah, yeah.
And you put them... there. What's the one she gave you?
Don't stop.
No.
Wait, I keep
is
it
that
in
the
my
one
wallet.
Don't stop. No, the one, it's a Disney one.
Oh, yeah.
You have that in the gym.
Yeah, that's in there.
What is it?
Dream?
Yeah, dream. Oh.
If you could dream it, you can do it.
Yeah. Your mom always
because that's like Disney's motto.
Yeah.
But it's still in my workout room. And she gave me this thing called this poem called Don't Quit. I'll read it at the end of one of the shows. But I still have it in my wallet. And she gave it to me.
How many years ago?
When I went to college. And I was having a rough time playing football. We had triples. It was a bad it was a great experience. But it was tough going through that experience. It was my first time away from home. It was very exerting on myself. I was lonely, but I got through it and it ended up being great. But yeah, she's always given me motivational quotes. Maybe that's where I get it from.
Yeah.
Maybe deep down. But anyways, that was a great one. Thank you guys for listening. Again, we are on Spotify now. Listen on your favorite device if you don't want to watch us. Jordan's got these weird socks on, so I understand. But we are now on Spotify, so you could watch us on there. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. It's going to be a great year. That little outburst I had last week, we just got it off my chest. We're going to move onward and upward and live by these motivational quotes.
Yes, and thank you for telling your friends, downloading, subscribing, all that good stuff. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Yay Media Group.